finally have the answer for y'all. Sorry about the lighting, but the reason why I speak the way that I do is I was speaking to. I know why I'm here. I always know why I'm here, right? But I think I really know why I'm here. And it's funny because a witch, that's how she identifies, a grand priestess. She's not a witch, she's a grand priestess. She might, I don't know. She's a grand priestess. I aligned with her briefly. And God protected me from her because I asked her to be a mentor of mine because I'm just trying to unlock this magic, y'all. I don't care. The only way that I know at the time to unlock the magic was through whatever. Mixing and mingling and doing and getting some stuff popping. So when someone came into my space, remember when you're calling into yourself, the first things that start manifesting in the physical world are going to be not what you're calling in. They're going to be representatives. Well, the work that I have to do was so powerful that God was like, well, I can't allow you to get caught up into these spaces, because if you are chosen, if you are protected, as you begin to manifest and you bring things into you, you're going to experience it enough to say, I experienced it, but you're not going to experience it enough to where it damages you. But also, if you understand that, then you can choose, if it does damage you, how far it has damaged you. But that's not this conversation. So this high priestess, we're having conversations. She kept telling me that she needs to teach me something, but she never taught me something. But in not teaching me something, she was teaching me. Because I'm always thinking, right? I'm always theorizing. So in a lot of my great teachers' silence, I learned so much. And I would go to them and be like, is this what you're trying to teach me? And they're like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to teach you. Now I realize I'm brilliant. I was teaching myself, but they were planting seeds, and they're not really concerned about how that seed gives forth life. Like, however you use it is how you use it. Hell yeah, that's what I was trying to teach you. Why the not? If that's what you were able to ponder and pull out, go off. Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to teach you. That is a particular teaching style. That should not be one teacher, right? You need to go, this is the linear thinking, and we must stop manifesting linear in every aspect of our life as we can recognize it. And this is my teaching style. But what if you have a student who does not respond to that teaching style? Then it makes your teaching ineffective. But when you're able to jump from style to style to style and accommodate your students, now you're doing something. I teach you, that's what I teach you, that's my job. Yeah, I'm the coach's coach, I'm the teacher's teacher. All right, girl. Anyway, so high priestess, I guess I'm like, do you have any books that I can read? And she directs me to this one book on herbs. She sends me a bunch of covers. And this book is called Getting to the Root, I believe. And it's recently come back into my field of awareness because Adoy, like I said, I read all the books in my room. I read the first 3 chapters of all those books. At least I made it to the power of 3. But Adoy is interested in learning more about herbs, and I was like, well, that book actually talks about the history of the people who work the herbs. It talks about their lives. I bet you I could appreciate this book now that I'm in the space that I'm in, because I got the book and I'm reading. I was like, this isn't really telling me much about the herbs. It's telling me about the people. And so the book is in my field of awareness, if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. This weekend, I spend time with my husband's family, my family, no more separation, Lord willing. And so much. This isn't that video, but so much. God healed so much. And I'm talking to his mother, who is in her 70s. And I see her, y'all. When I tell you, my mother-in-law is one of me. Yes, me. And those of you who know what I am, my freaking mother-in-law, I watched her. I called this woman over and I said, yo, mom is talking about, she's dropping some knowledge. She's like, no, I'm good. I talk to her all the time. I talk to her for hours. Like, she was like, I talk to her for hours. Like, bitch, get off me. I don't need your little one-off moment with her. I have moments with her all the time. That was the energy she hit me with. I was like, well, that wasn't very friendly. And I was like, well, I was only inviting you over here out of a gesture of sisterhood. I know you're a married woman, I'm a married woman, and you walk by, and I was like, yo, maybe whatever she's about to say, I don't know what she's about to say, but whatever this woman who has been married for decades is about to say, maybe she could tell these. I've been married for 8 years, I believe, 7 or 8, I'm not sure, and you've been married for however many years you've been married. We both have experiences that maybe if we listen to her, she could help us figure out. And her husband later tried to discount mom's knowledge because mom's not applying. Well, there's a difference between know and do. I remember asking my client on June 27th, I was like, what's the difference between know and do? And ever since then, God has been answering that question for me. And another part of knowing is doing is wisdom. I know what to do. I don't know how to do it. And the disconnect is we don't talk to each other. I know what to do. Sis, I know what to do too. This is my perspective of how to do it. Well, this is my perspective of how to do it. Oh, I never thought about it that way. So we know what to do. We don't know how. And the how is in you. The how is in me. But as long as we're not talking to each other, I will never learn how. If we're too prideful, we will never learn how. Do you understand why it's important for us to connect? And so I watched her. The woman walked over, after I said it was a sisterhood gesture, not ooh, I got her talking, I got her doing something, like I feel special. So I'm like, come check this moment. Because I've been buzzing and healing all weekend, and that can create some energies. So I can see how potentially she responded from that, girl, you trying to introduce me to something I've been doing. That was the energy. I was trying to find the words. You trying to show off your shiny new toy, it's been my toy, was the energy. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to show off my shiny new toy. I'm trying to be a sister because I just sat down with you in the front of this house and watched the sunset and told you, let's formulate a plan to get you. That's why I called you over here. And so what I watched my mother-in-law do, my mom, because I came home, I got ready to open my ancestral altar, and the top of my altar hit something. And when I looked at what it hit my mom's name. It's carved in wood. And I was like, Mom, you set this weekend up. Wow. And Spirit said, yeah, I'm giving you a mother. And it was so powerful. Because my mom gave me a me. I have not only searched for a mother my whole life, but once I figured out I am something, I've been searching for someone to tell me who I am. And here's where the directive came from. God told me to interview our ancestors, just like in that book that witch told me about, that high priestess, yeah. She told me I need to tell the stories of our women because their stories are dying with them. And I'm able to interpret their stories. Your mother can't tell you her story because her story is tied to your pain. And she doesn't have the language to navigate past your pain, but I do. So now your mother can tell me her story. And now I can convey it to you. But I can also convey it to the world. I only want stories that I could tell the world. So yes, I'm here for a talk show networks. I only want stories where I can tell the world because the reason why I speak the way that I speak is because I'm telling stories. I'm not going to tell you, this is what I'm going to teach you. Point A, point B, point C. No, I'm going to tell you a story and you're going to pick out all the points that you choose. I'm going to plant the seed and you work on the fruit. So stop expecting a true teacher to teach you anything but how to think. Every single one of my teachers taught me nothing except how to think. And that is the greatest gift of all. Thank you to every single one.